So I'll never forget when we first saw each other, she thought that I was already a veteran, but I was auditioning too. And I saw her and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, your teeth are so white. And she was like, oh my God, thank you. So you're so pretty. I was like, oh my God, thank you. Oh my God.
Austin Dillon's Life in the Fastlane. It's now airing on USA every Thursday at 9:30. So how was it being on a reality show with two of your best friends, Austin Dillon and Whitney Dillon?
This is the coolest thing in the world. Like,
yeah.
I mean, we're basically just living our life now with a camera in front of us. That's what it was. Like, it was us being us, having fun, doing the things we love to do, and just showing our love and friendship for each other. So it was sick. It was definitely one of the coolest things I've ever done.
Oh, absolutely. And Mariel, I wanted to ask you this, and I actually talked to Whitney about this. You two were on the show Racing Wives, so you have that reality show experience. So how is that show different from A Life in the Fastlane?
Couple stars already.
Well, this show was just like super near and dear to our heart, Life in the Fastlane, because it's about us four. You know what I mean? And it goes into the journey of our friendship and how we became what we've become, you know what I mean, which is family. So I think for this, I feel like you got like a super genuine, authentic look into who we are as people, who we are as a group. And you also got like a really cool look into NASCAR in itself and all the intricate parts that go into it. So, you know, it was just really cool to kind of showcase, you know, everything that God has done within our lives and in our friendships and to share that with the world.
Absolutely. And Paul, for you, did you ever imagine that you would be starring in a reality show?
Heck no. I mean, I'm just a kid from Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. And, you know, I feel like every choice, you know, there's a lot of choices you make in life, some big choices that lead to other choices and other choices. And it's just like, you keep making these choices and things keep going the right way. And it's just like, it's crazy. It's crazy to look back on some of those choices and to see where, you know, life could have gone to where it is now and the people you've met along the way. Mm-hmm. And it's just super cool to look back on all that stuff and now to have a TV show and to be like doing it with all four of your best friends and my wife and our baby now. And it's just, it's awesome. And I love showing off all the cool, fun things we get to do, but I also love showing our love for each other and showing the genuineness that I think our group has for each other. And it's just, like I said, it's us being us out there. And it's exciting that people like it and want to see it.
And absolutely. Mariel, I want to ask you this. You and Whitney have been really good friends for a long time, dating back to your days when you were cheerleaders with the Tennessee Titans. So what was it about Whitney that made you drawn to her?
So it's really crazy. So Whitney and I, we both came in cheering for the Tennessee Titans our rookie year together. So I'll never forget when we first saw each other, she thought that I was already a veteran, but I was auditioning too. And I saw her and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, your teeth are so white. And she was like, oh my God, thank you. So you're so pretty. I was like, oh my God, thank you. Oh my God. And like, it's crazy because but when we tried out, there were 50 girls who made it to the top 50. Yeah. And my mom went through the entire program book. And back then it was really crazy because, you know, most of the girls who made it, we all kind of like, everybody looks a little similar. And so my mom went through the whole program book and she said, who is this girl right here? I was like, she's auditioning too. Her name's Whitney. She's special. She was like, I'm going to pray for her. And I was like, okay, cool. So we went through like the entire process of making the team and even our first year, because I was still in college. Like we were friends, but we weren't as close as we were whenever we made it to our second year of Titans. And I told her, I was like, you know what? Since the very beginning, I was like, my mom saw your photo and was like, she's going to start praying for you. And we had no idea what all our friendship was going to encompass. And I mean, even to this day, where it was going to take us in the future.
Absolutely. And Paul, for you, you mentioned that you're from Wisconsin. Now, I don't know how big NASCAR is in Wisconsin, but how did you get involved in NASCAR?
Yeah, so I went to play football on a scholarship at Bowling Green, which is out in Ohio. Mm-hmm. And then fast forward 5 years, my coaches all went down to Wake Forest, which is in North Carolina, to coach. I went with them to be a strength coach, did an internship. While I was down there, I got hooked up with a guy who was familiar with NASCAR. Some of Wake Forest's players were on pit crews. He was telling me, hey, these pit crews, they look for, you know, past college athletes and to be on these crews. And, I heard about it. I'm like, man, this is awesome. Like a way for me to still be on a team because I didn't have football anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to still be a competitor and compete at something. And North Carolina is obviously the hub of NASCAR. So emailed a few teams. Oh, crap.
In the voicemail.
Sorry about that. I was getting a call.
No worries.
So emailed a few teams, went to RCR, did a tryout, was told, hey, you can show up. You got to work your way up, show you want this, show you want to be here. Wasn't making any money and just, really grinded those first couple of years. And then fast forward to now, 2022, this is my 5th year going on Austin's pit crew. And I mean, it's just been such a blessing, such an amazing journey. And it's awesome. It's like I went back to those steps in life and those decisions. Like each decision has had a really cool chain reaction to how my life has unfolded. And the best part of it, my wife and my daughter from it. So it's been an amazing journey.
Absolutely. And Mariel, for you, with Paul being part of the pit crew, how are race days for you? And I asked Whitney this also. How are race days for you in the sense that do you get nervous at all? Is it just kind of scary for you? How are race days for you?
Race days for me are really exciting, I would say. You know what I mean? I feel like whenever the guys go in and do the pit stops, like, of course you're nervous because you want them to do the best they possibly can. But like, man, when you see that clock going, you're like, okay. And then you're like, wow, okay, we got to stop. 2, 3, 4. So like, just to kind of see the end result, like you're just like, oh my gosh, it's like an adrenaline rush. So I think for me, it's like super exciting. Unless like something crazy happens. Like
her and Whitney are the best cheerleaders ever.
Yeah.
I mean, they were cheerleaders for the Titans. Now they're cheerleaders in life for us. So it's awesome.
So Paul, for you, how's the season been for you and your team? I know that Austin's in a pretty good place, but I know like he obviously wants to win more. But so how's the season been like for you?
It's been awesome. Our pit crew has been one of the top pit crews on pit road all season long. It's really cool because these new stops that we've been doing, like everybody was kind of skeptical on them, not really sure how it was going to go. And, our coach, Ray Wright, did a great job of getting us to hit the ground running after last season and train all off season really hard and practice really hard. And it's really showing this season with our pit crew. Like we come down, we expect to be in at least 3 spots a time or more. And when we're in the top 10, top 5, it's like, man, let's see a caution flag come out. We want the chance to, wax these guys. And it's always fun when you can beat some cars out and you see them after you drove in and they're driving out behind you. You like to give them a little trash talk.
Absolutely. And so what's with the playoffs really right around the corner? What's some of the things, or what's one thing that you think the team can improve on going forward?
I mean, I think we got to really focus on getting this win. I think we're going to need a win to get into the playoffs. And I know our team is fully capable of doing it. We're great on all fronts. We just need it all to come together for a race and we can get that win. I know it. I know it's going to happen. We got a lot of good chances at it and we just got to execute.
Of course. And Mariel, the first episode of Life in the Fastlane premiered last week. I got a chance to watch it before. I really enjoyed it. What was your reaction when you watched the episode?
Just really excited.
She was nervous at first.
I was super nervous at first. I think that it's kind of nerve-wracking for anyone to kind of see themselves on television. It's just scary. But it was really cool to relive all these different moments. Because like I've said this before, like this world is so fast-paced that sometimes you don't get a chance to like really just soak it in because everything's like bam, 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 bam. And so it's really cool to go back to those times, back to those experiences, back to being pregnant with her, and just to relive it all again.
I think I was the only one who wasn't nervous.
Yeah, he wasn't nervous at all. Like I was petrified. And because too, you don't always feel yourself completely when you're pregnant either. So I was just like, oh my gosh, like
you look
like what's
phenomenal.
about to happen? Even just like mentally, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just kind of like pregnancy brain.
You did. You crushed it.
Well, thank you. He's like my #1 cheerleader too. He's like, you are amazing. I'm like, thank you.
And speaking of your daughter, how is it being new parents?
Awesome.
We love it.
Yeah.
We love it.
Watching her transition into being a mom has been so effortless, so elegant, and it's so fun watching her and Bella seeing Bella change already so much with a month. She's been around for a month and a week, and she's already changed so much. So it's really cool. We love it. I think we were both super ready to be parents, so it's all working out really good.
Yeah.
Of course. And the last question for me before I let you guys go, obviously Life in the Fastlane, I know will be a hit. I really enjoyed it so far. Would you guys be open for a season 2 if it's renewed?
Hell yeah. Yeah. we want to carry this thing out for years to come.
Nice.
That's the goal.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that. Well, Paul, Mariel, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Good luck to you on everything.